Today's report, we had three guys: DMP Shaq Barrett with a hip, Tremaine Brock with ribs, Chris Harris with a lower leg injury. We had two guys limited: Derek Wolf with ribs, and Brandon Marshall with a knee. And obviously, Emmanuel went to IR this morning, or last night. Questions?
Vance, how quickly do you have to reestablish the fact that, hey, we're a streaking football team and we got a lot to play for and we're winning football games when a call is kind of cast over a team like yesterday?
We never lost that thought, I should say. You know what I mean? Our team's focused. Injuries happen. Obviously, he was a big part of what we've done the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's a great leader. That room has got 4 rookies in Emmanuel, so obviously a big loss for us, but we have to move on. We have guys in that room who are just waiting for more opportunities, and that's a good thing about having a young roster. You know, Deshaun is just waiting, you know, to have more reps on game day. Obviously, he don't want to get hurt, but he's hungry. He's ready to go. You know, so is Tim Patrick. You know, and we had a chance to sign a veteran guy, you know, in Andre Holmes, you know, who's played a lot of football in this league. He was with Billy for 2 years. He knows every position. He plays team. So, you know, they have a chance to sign Andre and Jamar Taylor, 2 veterans who've played in this league at a high level. You know, it's lucky, you know, in week 13 to 14. So I feel good about where we are.
Are those guys you think could contribute as early as this week for you?
Absolutely. Okay, they're both dressing. I mean, you're going to see Andre out there playing teams and playing on offense, and so is Jamar. I mean, Jamar is going to be our fourth corner this week. You know, so he's going to play. I had Jamar in Miami for entire spring and half of a training camp, so he's familiar with our system. He's a very, very smart guy. He's a tough guy. He can really run. So again, you know, to sign 2 veteran players like those 2 guys in the last 2 days, we're lucky. So I feel good about where we are as a team.
58 defensive snaps for Yadam this past game.
Sure.
How will this game evolve as he's got more opportunities on defense?
He's playing with more confidence, you know, and obviously being a young corner in this league is tough duty. I mean, they're throwing the ball all over the place, and every play can be a touchdown, you know, if you're not focused, and he understands that. But he is a very, 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 very focused young man. He's tough. He likes to play. He likes to practice. He's long. And he has a sharp memory. You know, he makes a bad play, he forgets about it. He's that competitive. So the more he plays, the better he will get.
The team announced today Vaughn's the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Is he deserving of that in your eyes?
Vaughn's got a huge heart. You know, Vaughn's raised over $6 million for, you know, his Vaughn's vision and other causes. I mean, he wants to do those things. It's not about the awards, it's about his heart. You know, our entire team has done a great job as far as serving our community, you know, and they should do those things. And again, it's not about the awards. They want to be out there making a difference in our community.
With Holmes' familiarity with Musgrave, does that allow you guys to give him more things today in terms of plays to learn for Sunday?
Absolutely. I mean, he is going to be up. It won't be any altered calls when he's in the game. Okay, he's going to learn X slot and Z, you know, and he's going to play. You know, so again, you know, we're very lucky that he was available along with Jamar, guys that we've coached, guys that are healthy. You know, it's week 13, 14 to find veterans that are healthy. That's always tough. So I mean, we're lucky to have those 2 guys in the fold.
Does it now look good for Tremaine?
Well, he hadn't practiced in 2 days. You know, so I'm assuming he's not going to go. And that's okay. You know, next man up. When he's healthy, he'll play again. But right now, we're focused on the Niners and the guys who practice today.
How does George Kittle, their tight end for the Niners, how does he challenge defenses?
He's special. He's a special talent. He's a second-year guy. I mean, he runs 4.5. He's a great route runner. You know, how Kyle's using that guy, he's finding the right matchups, which makes it scary for us. But we have to have a plan for him, and we do. And, you know, when guys are covering him one-on-one, they have to play great leverage and have great eye discipline because the guy's a great route runner. And he's made their big plays. When you watch their pass game, it's really gone through him the last couple weeks. So he's a really good player.
There's not a lot of tape on Nick Mullins. What have you seen in the limited amount?
It's plenty of tape on Nick. I mean, Nick's played, I think, 4 weeks now. It's going to his 5th start. It's plenty of tape there. He reminds me of Case. I mean, he's a grinder, you know, and the bad plays don't bother him. He has a good arm. He's got a quick release. He's a feisty player. So it's going to be a challenge to get him contained.
You talked about Kittle. You have versatility with Simmons. Have you seen improvement from Sua these last few weeks now? Because it looks like he's getting more comfortable.
Great question, Troy. Yes, absolutely. I mean, he just needs time on the job. This guy has great instincts. He's got a rare skill set with the size and the speed and the ball skills he has to be a DB/linebacker for us. And that part of our defense we were missing in the first part of the season, playing our sub packages with a DB who can cover the tight ends but also fit the run game. He fits the bill, and he's gotten better and better each week.
Why do you think some of these rookies, Bradley, Phillip, Cortland, haven't hit that rookie wall that a lot of guys hit on their first year?
I'm not sure. Obviously that's real. As far as rookies with time in the league, but I think the way we train, Lauren's group, Greek and Vince's group, having recovery on Fridays, helping those guys understand how to take care of their bodies, how we train, how we eat. So it's a different NFL. We have a lot of resources that we put towards taking care of these kids' bodies. So, but it's a mature group. They get it. This group gets their rest. They study. They're here all the time recovering. So it's about our players being mature enough to take care of their bodies.
Vance, when you were changing your coaching staff last offseason on offense, were you looking at guys specifically who had a lot of teaching backgrounds with an eye toward having a young team?
Well, you always want great teachers, and I can start with Zach Azzani. I mean, Zach was a longtime college coach. I worked with Zach years ago, and he's a grinder. I mean, he is over the top, with the details of how he coaches position. And that's helped our guys. Curtis Mockins is a great teacher at our running backs. We've got 5 guys in the room, and we've got 2 rookies and 2 third-year guys. So it's a young group there. Offensive line-wise, with Sean Kugler, he was fresh out of college the last 3 or 4 years. So as a teacher, he is A+ along with Chris Strausser, who was a college coach for 15 to 20 years. So I think it's important to have teachers. And when you draft these young players, you have to develop them because you can't give them back. So our staff this year has done a great job of taking these young guys and pushing them, coaching them, and getting them ready to play each week.
When you get young guys, they usually say and do the right things. But when Phillips had the success he has, does it surprise you at all? His humility and kind of team-first attitude. Did you see those traits early on that even if this guy has success, that's not going to change you?
I think Phillip won't change. How Phillip got here, man, was the tough road. He's a free agent, didn't go to the combine. So I'm assuming Phillip's going to stay humble. He won't lose himself because how he's got here was hard work and it's being humble. That entire class is really mature and humble. So not just Phillip.
Your thoughts on CU Buffs head coaching choice?
Mel Tucker.
Have you talked to him at all?
I have not talked to Mel, but I've known Mel for 20 years. He's a great football coach. Reggie Herron worked with him also in Chicago. He is a great teacher. He's a no-nonsense guy. He's been around the best in college football with Coach Saban and those guys. So he's a good man. He's a great recruiter and a great football coach. Great hire for the Buffs.
Going back to where you got your NFL start, what are some of your memories from that time?
I have great memories there. It's my first NFL job. I was there, I think, seven seasons with my family, and to watch Coach Nolan and Coach Singletary build that team and to watch Scott McCloughan and Trent Baalke draft all those great players, year after year. And then when Coach Harbaugh came in, it took off. So it's having great experience on how to build a team, how to grind, how to push past and how to build something. And that's obviously helped me through my career, just being patient, understanding how to build a football team. But I have great memories. That's a great place to live, great ownership. And I'm looking forward to going back.
Do you expect Joe Jones to break into that inside linebacker rotation with some of the depth issues you might have there Sunday?
Well, he's ready to play. He proved last week he can play on defense and make plays. And he played about 35 snaps last week, and we didn't miss a beat. So hopefully all of our young guys understand where we are right now. If you're playing for us, okay, the standards won't change. And he proved that last week. It didn't change at all when he went in the football game.
Yes, I know you guys have been a confident group all season long, but now it's being rewarded. Can you just talk about the evolution of confidence with this group collectively, even with some of the adversity you faced?
I think our football team believes that we can be a special group, even with the close losses that we had early in the season. Our team knew that we were close. And that starts from the locker room, with the leadership from the older guys who won at a high level, and it trickled down to our young guys. But, we all knew if we continue to work, it would turn. So it's turning right now, but again, man, it's week to week. It's an NFL game that's going to play on Sunday morning, so we got to play our best ball to win.
Last one, Nikki.
Thank you.
Nikki's being patient
Playing
today.
the offensive line over the last few weeks. How much of that is, in your mind, is a credit to the coaching tandem with Strauss and Ziegler?
It's really all coaching. To lose your 3 interior players, that's unheard of. Lose your center and lose both guards. They're both experienced players, but our coaches have taken these young guys and they've coached them, and they're playing with great confidence. And a runner fits our running style. So if they block their guy, he will make it happen, and that's half of being a great offensive line. The guy behind you, having belief in him. If they block, he'll make it happen. So it's been fun to watch those guys play at a high level for the last 3 weeks. So hopefully we can do it again on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Enjoy the day.